All right, sir, you're David Fetty.
Yes, sir.
Have you received a copy of the charges against you?
Did driving charges and
Aggravated menacing?
that was the 22nd hour. I wound up going to the hospital on that court day, sir.
Okay.
I was in St. Mary's there for a while. And I had a bad infection. But they said I'm in here over, when they got me on driving back in December, traffic.
Yeah, but they
Oh,
staple floor out here.
yeah. We're gonna talk to him about it. Just got to the hospital.
There's a copy of the charge.
If I can get out today, sir, I'll be able to pay most of it off.
All right, Mr. Fetty, you got a charge from February 22nd of this year. It's alleged that you at Fayette Township caused Kenny Ingalls to believe you had caused serious physical harm to his personal property. That's a menacing, aggravated menacing charge, maximum penalty 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. If you do make statements, they can be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one. You understand?
Yes, sir.
How do you wish to plead to the menacing charge?
No contest.
No contest means you don't want to fight it.
No.
You're agreeing you can be found guilty if I think the state has enough evidence to convict you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Hill, do you have a report on that? That's 24-140.
I do, Your Honor. And this is from Deputy Barker. And he says that on February 22nd of this year, he and Sergeant Sisler were dispatched to 295 Township Road 1019 for threats. I arrived along with Sergeant Sisler and began to speak with Kenny Ingalls, who stated that David Fetty had threatened him. Kenny stated that David had arrived to talk to his mom, Nancy Holly, about his dog that she was taking care of. Kenny stated that David had gotten mad, and when he was leaving, he threatened to kill him. Kenny stated that he was in his yard, it was fenced in, and David was in the street. Kenny stated that David had pulled a knife out and threatened to kill him. Kenny stated that he also had a knife on him that he pulled out also. Kenny stated that David had also threatened to burn the house down. I asked Kenny if David had threatened his mom, Nancy. She stated that he did not know that he was not in the room with them when David was talking to her. I began to talk to Nancy. She stated that David was talking to her about his dog and that she did not hear him threaten her, but also stated that she's very hard of hearing. Kenny stated that David is staying with a relative, and it is the second trailer from Burlington Park. Sergeant Sisler and I went to the trailer to talk to David. He was not there. We went to patrol around the area to try to locate David due to Kenny saying that he was walking, and we could not find him. We then went back to Kenny and told him that we could not find David. Kenny stated that he wanted to file a report of the incident, and I received a written statement from him and gave him the victim packet. Should I read Mr. Ingalls?
Sure.
Okay, so this is from Kenny Ingalls. Dave Fetty threatening my mother and home, said he going to burn down my house. He pulled a knife, me, threatened to kill me. He said I was having the devil come out of him. He said and done and doing all of this because of his dogs and a something girlfriend, Alexis' niece. He'd been saying he's going to kill me for about two weeks now. There's a lot more to say, but I can't write it all. I'd rather talk or tape it all.
Okay, what do you say, Mr. Fetty? You have
I
anything you
never
want to?
threatened, never burned down his house. I never been threatened but once. Yes, I didn't leave that day. I went to Huntington and then me and my dad went to the cemetery and got my family lot. I went to talk to Kenny. Well, he pulled a knife on me in the cemetery. He did cut me twice, and then I did hit him at one time there, and that was into that, and I didn't talk to him, seen him since. I say, wait up.
Mr. Hill.
Well, we have a little bit more information. It might have to do with the cemetery incident. Mr. Ingalls called our office, and he says that, and this was on April 19th. He says he was assaulted by Mr. Fetty 2 weeks ago, which would have been the beginning of April, at Burlington Cemetery. And he just got out of the hospital a few days ago, plates in his head and brain bleed. He was in the hospital for a week in ICU. We encouraged him to make a report. We haven't received a report yet. So there may be more to this. Sounds pretty serious.
Okay, Mr. Fetty, are you working at all?
I'm on Social Security, but I'm getting ready to get a job. I have a job waiting on me, but I can't, I'm in here.
Okay, I'm going to appoint Mr. Scott to represent you. I'm going to enter a not guilty plea after hearing everything. I think there needs to be a bond. The state have a position on the amount.
State would ask
If
for,
I come over today, sir, I can pay something
I
on
heard
that.
that before.
No, I got my case.
Sir,
Wait a
I heard you.
would ask for a $7,500 cash or surety bond.
I'll set bond at $7,500 cash or surety, and one of the reasons is he had failed to appear previously. He was cited in and failed to appear, and he also failed to appear for a review hearing on, which is another matter that's pending, a traffic matter, 23-18-20. That was March 28th of this year, so he's got a prior record felony this year, so. Mr. Scott, we probably need to set this pretty soon.
I'll agree, Judge.
What's your schedule?
The suicide map here is at 17.
That will set it then. May 17 will be the next hearing. Pre-trial at 10 o'clock.
And we're requesting a protection order.
Will be in order to stay away from Kenny Ingles, TPO. Okay, you can talk in the attorney room later.
State of Ohio versus Kyle W. Hopkins, case number ARA 24-240.